fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw it up. Throw your foe up in the sky, throw it up. Let them know that we gon' ride. Where you from? We be reppin' worldwide.
BWA, stay loyal till we die.
What is the come up? We been down for a minute, this the come up. We been reppin' stay consistent, this the come up. Now the world gotta feel it. Reppin' so loud, whole world gotta hear it.
A new era.
Dolphins on the clizzard, tick, tick, tizzard, till we reach the tizzard. This a never stiz out, reppin' till we drizz out. So low D, I be reppin' with this hip hop. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up. Throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix. Ain't no more relying on fits. It's time for Tua to get us lit. That's why we got Waddle at 6 and Jalen Phillips is a brick at 36. We got Javon Hollins batting hit stick. Eichenberg protecting hips. 2 whole years and he ain't slipped. Run along, he got that gritter, triple threat, he so legit. Garner Coleman, Jared Dokes, the 7th round was such a gift. That's why we toast, that's why we sip, that's why we reppin' MSM. Miami sports music, don't confuse it, don't abuse it. Unless you want a new contusion, real talk, ain't no illusion. Solo D started a movement, MSM the institution. TD fans the contribution, yeah we started a new unit.
Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
MIAMIDOLPHAINs, when do I begin? I've been rapping since a kid. If you rapping, then we can.
BWA, if you reppin', then we can.
Welcome to Perseverance. We asking what would Shula do? He would take the narrative and spin it like a hula hoop. He say let it Coach Flow. Coach Flow gon' do his thing and he gon' bring it to it in and to it. Come and change the game. Watch the squad ball out. Got the fans all excited. Coolers out. Grills on. Got the tailgate ignited. It's the Aqua One Society. They know we stay united. DWA. We be down and start a riot. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Who that?
So low, so low, so low D.
Trying to tell. You feel me? But that's how we put it down. We put it down every time. When it's time to show up for the fans, we out here. You dig?
They know it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, here with it, man. Let's go, DWA, man.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fit. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't wanna overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, you gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say tour from that rock. Shout out to some more, and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think you Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit them with the people's elbows, sit together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day I dream about sports. I think I need some shadows, custom with some Dolphins colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on the show. But the young man up in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on the investment. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke. Chris Gregg gave hope. Coach flow like spoke. Dan Marino still a GOAT. But to a man on go. Watch to a man throw. Watch to a man scope. Watch to a man issues that we never ever seen before. Fans up, let it win. Boy, I'm ready for a ring. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. It's damn week, use 10.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
So low, so low, so low. So low, so low, so low.
Hey guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta DolFAN Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal DolFAN Club.
You're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
My mic is muted. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stephen D. How y'all doing? This beautiful Wildin' Out Mortal Kombat Wednesday, and I'm super excited that y'all are hanging out with me today. I've been a little crazy morning in my house. Not even gonna get into all of it. Just say that both of my kids are home because of COVID. Not that they have COVID, but because of COVID for the second time in like 2.5 weeks. I am coughing a little bit. So if you see me coughing, I apologize, okay? The only thing I have is a cough. That's it. Otherwise, I'm good. Hey, look, I am super excited that y'all are here. Y'all are hanging out with me. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the #1 podcast network, the MSM Podcast Network. Super excited that y'all are here. Want to say good morning to everybody, all my Finlaws, all my family, Cruz Ruiz, Vaughn 954, Dolphin Don, Trucker Sean, Krista Lacus, who else? Alexander Diaz, Stetson O, Chef Zhu, Chase One, Big Drip ENT, hitting me up on Twitter this morning saying, wake up, wake up. I'm here. I'm here, man. I'm here, okay? But I am super excited that I'm here and I'm hanging out with y'all, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time today. Shout out to Toby. Shout out to Todd. Todd, we need to get you an EM Baller signed up to become members of the family. Sign up. Join the family. Let's go, guys. Okay. Hey, look, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that like button and share. I want to see multiple tweets on my timeline tagging me, Stephen D. SKPL, and Miami Sports Music, and the link to this show saying, hey, guys, Y'all need to come hang out with the #1 Miami fan morning show. This is it. Stephen D's the coolest. Okay, maybe I think I'm the coolest, but either way, I am excited that y'all share. So hit the share button too. Let people know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I'm gonna have to do some sort of TikTok challenge and invite you guys to do it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, make sure you guys do that. Also, sign up, become a member today. Just like I was telling Ian Baller and Todd L. Come on, guys. You guys want to become part of the family. Family. Bones, too. You too, Bones. Family. We know you want to sign up and become part of the family. Come on. Let's go. I like it. Let's see here. Dolphin Don getting us started with the $5 donation this morning. Merry Christmas. Please play Solo D Fintown Anthem for us this morning, bro. Playoff push attitude. Bro, you want me to stop what I'm doing to play Fintown Anthem for you? What I'm going to do? I'm going to stop the show and I'm going to play Fintown Anthem because you asked me to, Todd. Because you asked me to. And I give my fans what they want. I give my fans what they want. Let's see here. I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do it for you, Dolphin Don. He said, nah, don't stop, bro. He paid, bro. He did. Dolphin Don, I'm going to do it for you just because you did it. And I could try to get some hot tea in my throat. But hey, let me hit the share button, share screen. There we go. This is for you, Todd. This one is for you. Okay? Let's do it.
Live with Dan the Man Marino. All right, Solo D, Miami Sports Music. He's awesome. Let's go. And it's like that. DWA, DolFAN with attitude, baby. Let's go.
Cheer. Welcome to the most loyal fan base in the world. Starting out with the hometown, 305, around the world. From this time to that time, Fintown. Show how we get down.
DolFAN for life. I don't like no other team. Aqua orange wardrobe. That's my favorite color scheme. NFL legends. And we still hovering. They can take us out, but I'm out. You ain't covering. Say it loud. And best believe respect is due. Until they break the record, we keep repping 7-2. If you ain't learned the history, then I suggest you do. 2-finger salute to the whole schedule. And your roster. Got no time for the critics and the analyzers. Talking dirty about my team, we gon' sanitize it. Win or lose, we keep something to say. DolFANs with attitude, DWA. That's the name, you should know it. Solo D, I'm known to do my thing like a poet. I'm repping for the crib, MIA. And when them teams coming at us, this is all we say. What's up? We gon' hit, we gon' sack, we gon' score, we gon' attack, we gon' hit, we gon' sack, we gon' score, we gon' attack. Hands up, we gon' hit, we gon' sack, we gon' score, we gon' attack, we gon' hit, we gon' sack. We gon' score, we gon' attack. Okay, do it for the culture, represent the legacy, no flip-flopping. Loyalty's the recipe, we wild for the team. We overly committed, hate the Jets and the Pats, and we
hit that like button.
Okay.
Donate to the channel, let's go.
OJ, whole squad well seasoned, no Obey. John Schuler, that's the mayor. And then the man for president, cause that's our favorite player. Go get Thomas and Taylor to fill the Oval Office. And bring in Patterson, McKay, supposed to taking offense. Bring in them new DolFANs, and that's how we gon' roll. Every year we gotta go to hit another Super Bowl. Riding with them either way go. Like we throw the ball. Let vision. Sack, we sack. Rob County gone. Score, attack. Who that?
WA. All right, I did that for you, Dolphin Don. You hit the $5 donation. I give my fans what they want. What can I say? It's your boy Stephen D on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clap Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I'm your host, Stephen D, and this is the #1 show in the world. So I hope you guys are excited, and ladies, that y'all are here today. And I hope y'all hang out with me all morning because we got a beautiful show lined up for you. A beautiful show with beautiful people just like you. So, yeah. Hey, let me get back to what I was doing. If you guys want to donate to the channel just like Todd did and also get your songs played, or if you just want to say, hey, Steven, this is for you, my guy, or hey, man, I want to get my comment on, or whatever it is, whatever you do, here it is. YouTube live super chat. Let's go. You guys can do the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can also do PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network, or Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network. I tell people all the time, the preferred way of donating is definitely through PayPal and Cash App because they have the least amount of fees. So if you're able to do that, great. If not, hey, just share. Let people know that we're here. Whatever it is, we'll definitely make it happen. Ian Baller said, so if I donated, can I get the song Barbie Girl played? Nah, dog. No. See, that's original content by Mr. The Honorable Solo D. I'm not playing Barbie Girl. But hey, you tried. 1234 F says Bitcoin is preferred. A whole Bitcoin is preferred. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Tailgreeter. Tailgreeter, the #1 tailgate app in the land. If you have an Android or app phone, make sure you download the app today. Go to tailgreeter.com and follow Tailgreeter on social media at Tailgreeter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know what to do. Tailgate is the best way for fans to express their love and passion for their team and city. The community in the parking lot always allows everyone to be themselves no matter what, where they're from, or what team they root for. When it comes down to it, there's no denying the allure of the game day experience, and tailgating is the glue that holds it all together. Make sure you go to tailgreeter.com today and check it out. And we have one more home game down at the Hard Rock. Make sure you guys look up East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, the #1 tailgate in the land. Okay? Make sure y'all check that out. All right? All right, awesome. Now that I got all that out the way, what's up? How's everybody doing? Did y'all watch a little football, little Tuesday night football last night? I did. I stayed up and watched Tuesday night football games last night. Even though they didn't affect us in any way, shape, or form, they were all NFC games. But it was still fun watching competitive NFL football on a Tuesday night. That's very rare. I think that's happened maybe once or twice in our history. And it was fun. It was fun. I think the NFL has something here with that. I think they have something with that, right? And I think that week 17 or week 16 each year of the NFL, they should do during maybe Christmas week 16 or week 17, a week long of NFL games, minus Wednesday. Could you imagine every year, week 16, they just decided, okay, we're going to do a game Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm just saying, I think that'd be dope. I think that would be dope. If they did that, I would love to see it. Alexander Stephen D, that's for you, my boy. Merry Christmas. I don't know what that is. Did I get reindeer at my house? What did I get? Alexander? Did I win a hug and a smile? Ian Baller, let me tell you about NFTs. Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving all year long. Oh, I love the references of Christmas Vacation. It is one of my favorite movies out there. Shout out to my boy Alexander Diaz with the $15 donation through Cash App. Thank you, sir. Salute to you. That Rams Stadium was full at 4 p.m. Tuesday. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, I like that. Put teams out of the playoff race on prime time. Only Stephen D. What did I do? What did I do, Chef Zhu? What did I do? What did I do? Let me know. Anyways, yeah, I like that. I think Christmas week should be a week long of NFL games. Just 1 week. I don't need you to do it the entire year. I just want 1 week. Christmas week, give me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of games. Could be a slate of games every day. Do you know how awesome the NFL would be if they did that? I'm just saying. Look, guys, Tank McBride said that is a good idea. I started a podcast network because it was a good idea. I started this morning show because it was a good idea. Do you know how many good ideas I have in this head here, Tank McBride? This thing is $1 million brain. It's just a matter of making $1 million with one of those $1 million thoughts. But I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. It's going to happen. I don't know, Steven. It will take a toll on the players. I think 1 week is fine. I think 1 week is fine. Stephen D, I got some ammo for Mortal Kombat Wednesday. Who wants the smoke? LOL, said Ennis. Ennis, you need to come back and sign back up and be a member of the channel, man. Sign back up. Become a member today. 1234F says, I have to go with my girl and help her get a fish tank for our room. Kill me now. No, I think you mean now. But no, I won't do that. You go be a good boyfriend, 1234Fs. Go, just make sure you don't get those dollar fish that die after like 2 weeks. I'm not saying that's ever happened before to people that I know. But yeah, don't do that. And don't overfeed your fish. Dolphin Don says, it would give teams already out of it a chance for their fans to see them on primetime, Dolphin Don said. I think it'd be dope if the NFL decided to do that, especially with NFL gambling and betting being what it is. I think it's pretty dope. I do have a pretty big announcement to make, which I think you guys are going to like. The Finn's Tailgate Show. It's a new podcast. It's only been about 2 months now. The guys over there that do the Finn's Tailgate Show. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're on YouTube. They're pretty new, but they're awesome. Anyways, they're coming over to Miami Sports Music. It's going to be awesome. There are going to be 2 new shows. The Finn's Tailgate Show is going to come over here. And on Friday nights, those guys are going to host a gambling show on Friday nights here. And hopefully it'll start next week. So I'm hoping it'll start next week. I hope you all enjoy that. I'm super excited about it. I think there's a lot to offer there. I think those guys bring so much to the table. And it's new content and more content for you on the #1 podcast network. So I am super excited about that. Ennis says, when I try, it says I'm already a member. It doesn't say it up here, Ennis. Gosh, I don't know what's going on, Ennis. I don't know what's going on. Get with Chef Zhu. Chef Zhu might know what's going on. Rashad asked, question, are we rooting for the Niners or Titans? We are rooting for the 49ers. We are rooting for the 49ers. John Kristalaka says, oh my God, yes. Yeah, I figured that we needed more content here, and I've been looking for more content. And those guys over there are pretty awesome. So we got to talking, and I think it was an opportunity to bring over some great content over here to the podcast network. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep growing this thing. And I can only do it with y'all's help. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm hoping to have those guys on the show sometime this week. And yeah, hopefully they might even come on this morning. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so just we'll see what happens. All right. What's up? Are y'all ready for Mortal Kombat Wednesday? Are y'all ready for Wildin' Out Wednesday? This is the show where fans go head-to-head in a debate style mode, and you, the fans in the chat, say who's better. Is it Estefan as a Spurs fan or Stephen D as the greatest? It's Stephen D all day. We don't root for Estefan like that. Come on now. Come on in. No, I thought somebody was knocking on my door bringing my tea. I guess that wasn't the case. Anyways, Crystalaka says, morning, Esther. All right, let's see here. Let me put in the chat the link to the show. I'm going to have you guys come on, and we're going to invite y'all on. We're going to talk a little bit, and then we'll start the debate. Which will be a lot of fun. It will be a lot of fun this morning. If you guys want to donate to the channel, help the channel grow, go ahead and do that. Alan M., I thought you were a member of the channel. Alan M., you need to sign up, become a member of the channel. Batman2423, host of the Miami Sports Fanatic Show. Good morning, Stephen D and family. Just so y'all know, I love promoting other people's content on my channel. Batman2423, and the host of the Miami Sports Fanatic Show. Make sure you guys go check out their show. They're a great bunch of guys over there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys go do that, okay? All right. Batman243 is the man. Stephen D, I see Ennis's wrench. His wrench means that he's a moderator. Doesn't mean he's a member. But that's okay. Seeing as I was just talking crap about this guy, let me go ahead and give him a chance to defend himself. What's up, Estefan? How are you, sir?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
You sound very echoey. Not that well.
Okay, what's that?
I can barely hear you. All right, well, Estefan always messing around. Let me bring on 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. What's up, 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yo, Steven, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good now that you're up here.
Congratulations on the people coming to. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, man. Look, I want new and new content up here, and I think that there's a lot of great content out there, and I'm trying to recruit it over here to the MSM Podcast Network family, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Who's that dude that came on yesterday? I caught him at the end on my computer. I was watching him, but he looked like he looked like he was pretty good on the podcast.
Yeah, that's the guy from the Fizz Tailgate Show, Chris, and he's an awesome dude, and I think
he seemed like he was cool, man.
He is, man. He is, and I
didn't get to hear the whole thing because I was getting dressed and getting ready to do my stuff, but I caught the end of it, kind of.
Oh man, I think it's gonna be great. I think you guys are gonna like it a lot, and it should be a lot of fun. Chris Adams, he's such a good guy. So shout out to Chris. Chris probably will come on sometime this morning. What's up, Estefan?
Morning,
Estefan. Yeah, I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I'll rewind.
What were you on? What were you on? Jail cell phone behind a bunker or something? It sounded like you were real far away, Esther.
Can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Before.
Oh, okay.
I know, man. Sound like you were tunneling out of jail or something. All right, let me bring on Ennis. What's up, Ennis?
Assalamu alaikum. Second.
Huh? Say that one more time.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. I ate all the steak.
Yo,
Alaikum salam. These ribs what a bomb.
I got up early.
Wild out Wednesday, and I am the Grinch. I believe that means these nuts, Stephen. Something like that. I don't know.
Okay, let's keep it family friendly. Estefan, you're killing me.
Who's talking about nuts early in the morning?
I was hoping Miko was going to show up today. I set my alarm and everything.
Oh, I don't think she know about us like that yet, son.
I even looked up stats on her husband last night. Then 4-time Pro Bowler after 12 seasons. Terrible.
See, we can't. You were dreaming about that. That was on your mind all day yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I get heated, bro. I hold grudges. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I hold grudges.
And it's you on camera too. I like it, man. Look at you. You out here on camera. You just chilling. I like it. All All right, let me bring on the man with the best last name in the business, Christolakis.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yo, Steven, real quick, what kind of betting are we talking about? Like sports betting, regular gambling?
Yes, so there'll be 2 new shows. So the Finn's Tailgate show will be on here, probably on Tuesday nights, and then on Friday nights he's going to host a brand new sports betting podcast for an hour every night on Friday nights. So we're going to have 2 new shows, 2 new things of content, which I think will be great.
That's awesome. It's awesome.
Yes, I think so too. Christolakis, man, are you the reason that Amazon is out of service right now?
What do you mean? Amazon is shut down right now?
Amazon is shut down, and so is Hulu and a whole bunch of other things.
Oh,
there's a whole bunch of things. I don't know. That looks like they crashed this morning. Their system crashed.
I know the site that I used for betting.
Those last minute Christmas shoppers.
Overseas went down.
That includes me, Christolakis. Let me tell you, that includes me. Let me bring on Russell. What's up, Russell?
Morning. Fins up, fins up, fins up.
There he is. I haven't got to talk to Russell in a while.
Yeah, it's because I work all the time, man. That's why.
Yeah, well, you're married with children, bro.
Morning, Russell. Merry Christmas.
Are you married, Russell, or no?
But yeah, like I was saying, we just need to pay attention to the Bills. We need to be rooting for them this weekend because pretty much.
Well, he sidestepped that question.
What question? I didn't hear you. I had a call come through.
Oh,
I said,
he asked if you were married.
No, I am not.
Because I know you have kids, so I was like, you're married with children. I didn't know if you were actually married, though.
No, I am not. I am.
So what you call him, Al Bundy? You married?
Yeah, no, I've got one child. I have one child now.
Can somebody answer me this, please? Are my eyes deceiving me, or did Jakeem Grant make the Pro Bowl? Please tell me that's not true.
Well, who else can the Bears vote for? I mean,
how did he make the Pro Bowl, bro?
Because it's all the Pro Bowl's trash.
He's the only one with a kick return this season.
Yeah,
there's nobody that has a punt return or kick return all season. Exactly. He's the only one.
So because he had one, they're like, "All right, go ahead, have a nice day."
But it's all fan voting, Steven. It's all.
Hey, what do y'all think about Cole Beasley being out?
That hurts. That's what I was going to bring up. Everybody needs to pay attention to the Bills. Like I said, I've done every scenario on the playoff machine. Literally, all we got to do is win out, and the Bills need to win, and we're in, fellas. Pretty much, no matter what the scenario comes down to with any other game, it really doesn't matter. So we need the Bills to win something fierce, guys. And we need to pay attention to the fact that Cole Beasley's not there because that's Josh Allen.
Every time this year in the last 2 or 3 weeks, we have rooted for either the Patriots or the Bills. They have lost. So I am refusing to root for either team in this game.
I'm rooting for the Bills, but I'll tell you what, I have thought about this, Steven, and what the Patriots did to the Bills last time, they embarrassed them. The Bills are going to come out hungry, dude. So I have a feeling that the Bills will win this game outright.
I have the same thought process.
I'll tell you what, we'll know definitively by Monday whether we're going to be in the playoffs.
It doesn't make sense because they are a top 5 offense statistically and defense.
No, Christolakis, even if we win,
I'm going to have to hop out and hop back in, Steven.
Go ahead, Russ. Yeah, go ahead, Russ. Yeah, man, we won't. I don't think we'll know. We're not going to know till after the season. Let's just be honest. But I think at the end of the day, if the Bills do win and we end up winning out, we're going to be fine.
Monday night when we play the Saints, if the Bills win, we're going to know that we have a huge shot.
We'll know the path we have to take is what I'm saying.
Exactly. We'll know the path we have to take. So Sunday.
Ooh, Buffalo.
Watching. Go ahead, Steven.
Buffalo Bills just updated their COVID-19 vaccination policy. They just released 19 minutes ago on Twitter. In accordance with the New York state mandate, actually, let me share this screen so that way you guys can see it too, because it's pretty interesting here. Here we go. In accordance with the New York state mandate, the Buffalo Bills and the Highmark Stadium are updating its vaccination policy. Beginning immediately, all guests 5 through 11 will be required to present proof of at least one COVID-19 vaccination for entry into all events, concerts, and Buffalo Bills games.
Well,
Steven, they're in New York. New York City already does that. That's why Kyrie.
Yeah, but they're not in New York City. They're in upstate.
New York
yes,
State, yeah.
New York State in general has a
But
lot of.
I'm saying it's like they already changed. They was changing the state law. I talk to my brother up there
New York City,
all the time.
You need proof.
It was already coming down to.
It's not like Florida where you have carte blanche to do whatever you want, man. People do whatever they want.
Yesterday, Tom Pelissero stating that the Buccaneers are signing Le'Veon Bell pending a physical.
Which I don't understand why people are still signing this guy. He's a bum.
Wasn't Le'Veon Bell like scheduled to have a fight, or didn't he call what's his name out to fight him in boxing?
Thank you guys. Hey, my kids are bringing me. Look, my kids were bringing me donuts and tea. My kids love me.
We can't see it.
All right, hold on. Hey, you guys want to say hello?
Hello.
They walked away. They didn't want to.
Steven, you ain't.
They went to go eat donuts.
They brought.
Hey, bro, can you tell them to bring Uncle Esther a beer?
A beer?
Steven,
it's 9 o'clock in the morning, Esther.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
stop.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, it's late. It's late.
He's a guala guala. He's a guala guala. He don't care what time.
I remember when I was a drunk Esther, I used to get up in the morning and be so hungover.
I remember when I was a drunk. That's how every great sentence starts out, just so you know.
I would sit at the kitchen sink and I'd pour a shot of the cheap vodka, Popov or whatever it was called. And I would try to get at least 2 shots down before I could go out through my day because it would even me out because I drank so much the night before.
Oh, yeah.
That story is so.
I like that.
Good story.
I like that Best Maids. You know what? Sometimes you feel a little.
All right, you two. I can't with you two. Let me bring on. Let me bring on. Polo.
Hang on real quick. Hang on.
Polo.
This is important stuff.
What's up, Steven?
This is not important stuff. Y'all sitting here talking about when y'all were.
What up,
drunk.
Polo?
What's up, Steven? What's up, Ennis?
What up, Polo?
Russ?
Hey, Polo.
What's up, Esther?
Yo,
hey,
Polo,
look.
get a what's up, man?
Oh, what's up, S? My bad.
Okay, my bad. Okay. I'm joking, bro. What's up, bro?
My bad.
Steven.
What's up?
Do you know if the Houston Texans win one more game, what that means?
Ennis, I saw that, man. I saw that little stat, bro.
You saw my tweet?
Bro. Yeah,
What does it mean?
Bro. I saw it.
They will have the same amount of wins that they had with Deshaun Watson last year. I'm not bringing up his name. I'm just saying, so
Drop the mic.
Does that really mean easily if David Mills and Tyrod Taylor get the same amount of wins with less talent in Houston? I'm just saying.
Drop the mic, Ennis. Drop the mic.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to bring up that conversation, but that's something you have to think about. They got about to have 4 wins, the same amount that he had last year with that team, and no Fuller,
no
Hopkins. You see what I'm saying? Just saying.
Wasn't there last year? That's right.
Y'all are funny.
How about that Spider-Man movie? Woo!
Yeah, we can talk about something else.
No spoilers, bro.
It's been 4 days.
I was just saving that.
Hey, don't talk about the movie. I haven't seen it.
No, I won't. I just say, that, it's the best damn comic book movie ever made, bro.
Hey, swear jar.
I don't care about it.
Damn ain't a cuss word, Steven.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
taking my wife.
Swear jar twice.
I'm taking my wife to go see the new Matrix this week.
Yeah,
and that's on HBO Max. I'm about to watch that.
My girl wants to see that too. She's not in.
I can watch it on Fire Stick, but she want to go to the movie theater to see it.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah,
is
it
probably
costs
one
you.
of those movies.
Go to damn movies cost you $100.
And you get Omicron.
I think I'm gonna do the 3D though.
I got whatever I've already had.
Oh, what? You can do a 3D?
Matrix?
Yeah. I'm not worried
They
about
got
it.
They got it in 3D theaters out here in Texas.
I got the immunities.
The immunities?
Yeah. I'm immune, Steven.
Hey,
funny.
Steven, the only movie I went to see 3D was Mad Max. Man, that was crazy.
Y'all are funny. Y'all sitting here.
Now, I remember when 3D first came out, I saw Avatar in 3D, and I thought it was Dude, I was bugged.
Yeah, that was
like,
the last movie I saw.
This
That was
is
good in 3D,
spectacular,
though.
dude.
That was great.
Yeah, I
in
was
3D.
dazed, man, and I was just like memorized.
The
It make you feel
cinematic.
like you're on shrooms, don't it? Epps?
What? Yeah, I was memorized, dude.
That movie's
I'm talking about
amazing still, bro. Put it on
stuff
in
becoming
4K and turn off the lights, bro. Oh
I
my
haven't watched that in
gosh,
so long. You
man.
know what? I might watch
Lance,
that because that is a
Lance
good movie.
McDonald said start cuss word Tuesday. No, not going to do it.
no.
See, there's nothing to fight. See, here's the problem about Mortal Kombat Wednesdays is when you're on a 6-game win streak and everybody's liking Tua, besides for maybe John Christopher. Never mind, John.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing to argue about, Steven.
No, you just got to invite the human hand grenade Pete up to the panel, and then we'll get arguing.
Pete
And
up
then
here.
a human hand grenade. Wow, I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let me bring on Alexander Diaz. What's up, Alexander?
Oh,
Good morning.
yeah,
Good morning.
he's
How's
staying
everybody
up
doing this morning?
His take on Beeflo is bad, so we can maybe go after him.
Good morning. How's everybody?
Everybody's doing
this
good, but people are like yearning for some smoke, bro.
Good
Yo, that's
morning,
a nice
Alexander.
wallpaper, Renee. Nice
Oh my
wallpaper.
goodness! Again, really? Am I really having an issue again?
Christian Wilkins doing no. We were talking about your. We were talking about your take on Beeflo, how bad it was.
Hey, Steven, did you get that?
Alexander, that avatar is legit, though. That's, I think, the best avatar I've seen. Esther was carrying the avatars, but you now took the lead.
I appreciate it. Hey, Steven, did you get the picture I sent you with the stat with Tua and Josh Allen?
Yeah, I got to go back and look for it real quick, though. It was good, though. I'll bring it up in a little bit.
Wait till you guys see this. You guys will laugh. You guys will laugh.
Which one that they have 7 yards per attempt?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
I see in the comments rolling over these below 500 teams.
I'm a Tua Excalibur. It's not a stat that I don't know.
You can only play who's in front of you.
My bad.
Nah, you good. I'm just messing with you. I'm just most of these stats I know because I go on Twitter and go to war. I'm one of them.
There you go.
Sir, you can only play who's in front of you, bud. You can only play who's in front of you, man.
I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. When my boy sent that to me, I could not believe it.
Man, but this is the kicker, y'all. This is what someone said to me. Another stat, the completion percentage. I Googled it this season right now where every quarterback's at. Only Mac Jones tied him, and Kyler Murray beats him out by like 2 to 3 points. He's in top of every other quarterback in the league except Kyler Murray and Mac Jones. But somebody said, Whack Jones, my bad, bro. Somebody says, but they throw deep. I say, bro, they complete percentage is low. That means they don't complete it. So what's the point of throwing it deep if you're not completing it? I'd rather Tua slice and dice and have a high completion percent. I don't care. Move the ball, score. Like throwing deep for highlights and you're not completing is not making a highlight.
And his stats don't mean a thing if you don't win that ring. All right? Don't you think Marino would want to trade?
Too. I'm just saying, like.
No, I hear you.
I'm just saying. I know you don't win championships. I'm just saying. They try to say that they attempt the ball down the field, but they're not.
Well, they can't attempt. They can't throw the ball downfield because of that O line.
Man, I don't. They not that smart to understand that. That's why I say I give them the dumb. I do the dummy for them too. I can do the dummy. I can do the smart season, but they're not smart enough to understand that aspect of the game. I don't remember a lot of people haven't played football or been a part of a team sport to understand it takes all 11, 10 of your homies that play with you.
Exactly.
You say what I'm saying? Street ball, whatever. It take a team. So there's always good players. But
I'm going to interrupt real quick. And change the subject. Trucker Sean said we're not going to talk about Frank Gore's fight. Now, we're not going to talk about how Frank Gore got knocked out. We're not going to talk
Frank
about
Gore.
that.
Hey,
We're going to talk about how Tyron Woodley got knocked out.
Dude, Jake Paul, let me tell you something, man. He is actually.
I need y'all to be honest with me. How many of y'all really think these Jake Paul fights are legit and they're not rigged?
I do.
Don't do that.
They
bro.
gotta be fake, bro.
Don't do that. Give the man his credit, man. Give him his credit.
The guy is trained,
nope,
man.
I refuse.
Bro, Floyd Mayweather stood him up and said, "We got to go another round. Don't fall." Like
their stage just like
Logan. Let me tell you,
that was Logan Paul.
When a sport's biggest hope is a YouTuber. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh, that's because you're a casual, bro. Boxing's going off right now.
Boxing,
the lightweight division is on fire, bro. I mean, Canelo's jumping, going into every weight class. I mean, he's making history. He's going up to cruiserweight.
We sitting here making Jake Paul millionaire because boxing can't get real athletes in this sport.
That's because this generation is all about instant gratification, and this guy's all over social media. I'm not a social media guy. I'll do social. Hang on, though, bro. Let me finish.
How come UFC doesn't have that problem? Answer me that. How come UFC doesn't have that same problem?
Well, first of all, boxing's not like it used to. Boxing's not like it used to. HBO doesn't even do pay-per-views anymore. Showtime stopped doing them, but they just barely came back. The one that's carrying the torch right now for boxing is the Zone. Yeah, and that one. So there's a lot of self-promotion now. But I mean, it's what it is. What they're starting to do, or what they should start to do, what they're saying is do what UFC did and start airing these fights on TV and build these fighters before you start putting them on pay-per-views, because there's too many pay-per-view boxing events where, like the Crawford and Porter fight, that was a good, legitimate fight. That was a really good fight. Crawford is, in my opinion, I think he's probably the second best fighter right now. And I love Earl Spence. When that fight goes down, that's a mega fight, bro. I mean, Crawford.
Estefan. I don't want to lose viewers, but here's what I want to say. Boxing is so bad right now that they have to have a YouTube star to carry the sport. The sport.
I'm sorry, Steven. You know shit about boxing. With you.
Hey, swear jar.
I love combat sports, but I just, you're a casual, bro.
Esther, who's the best boxer to ever live?
Muhammad Ali.
Man, you.
Who's the best boxer to ever live?
Everybody knows that Muhammad Ali's the GOAT, bro. I mean,
and then Floyd's next.
Go ahead, Epps. What were you gonna say?
Floyd Mayweather.
It's to me, it's Muhammad Ali, Tyson, Floyd.
Tyson's third. He didn't have the career like Floyd, bro.
Floyd's the best defensive.
You can't discredit Floyd's career, bro. That career is unmatchable beside Muhammad.
Let me say something.
Floyd Mayweather is not even, in my opinion, not even that good, bro.
He don't have to be good, but his career. It don't have to be good to you. It's his career.
Mayweather always does is throw like about 5 months in the ring.
Mayweather's boring.
I'm not a fan of Mayweather either, Steven, but you cannot knock that man's career. He fought who was in front of him.
Hold on, let's get something straight. I'm not saying that Floyd is trash. I'm saying that Floyd is one of the best, is top 3 boxer of all time, right? But he's boring because he fights the way boxing is supposed to be fought. He's not going to sit there and knock you out. He's gonna, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to sit here and pay $70 or $80 to watch a man fight for 12 rounds and defend himself.
You don't got the fire.
Well, I just think, first of all, I think you're a casual because you didn't even bring up none of the Tinos are running boxing right now. You don't know anything about boxing right now, but the history of the Tinos, bro. Roberto Duran, Hector Macho Camacho, Julio Cesar.
Estefan, let me pause you for a second, bro. So here's the truth. Listen to me for a second. UFC does such a good job of marketing that there is no you can hate Dana White all you want. Dana White is one of the smartest business people in the history of sports. He created a lane where there wasn't one in the US. Took a $2 million or $4 million company, made it into $1 billion company, right? And then the other thing about it is he decided to take a sport and make it where it was commercialized. He did exactly what you're saying, Estefan. He put UFC fights on non-pay-per-view stuff and started having people do it. And the other thing that was great about it is he had a show like the Ultimate Fighter. The Ultimate Fighter was one of the best things that ever could have happened for MMA. So you take all that into account and you put that in, and now let's go to boxing. Boxing for ages has had red eyes or black eyes against it. I'm not a huge fan of Don King. Don King did some great stuff for the sport, but I think he did more damage for the sport than he did to help the sport, in my opinion.
I'm with you right there, Steven.
Okay.
On Don King.
Now there's some people that will totally disagree with me, and that's fine too.
Yeah, tripping, man.
That's fine too.
I
And
don't
you
got
can
nothing
disagree
against
with
Don.
me. But the
I don't got nothing
reality,
against Don.
but the reality is, boxing has been known to stage and rig fights. And when I look at a fight like I did on Saturday night, and I think to myself, man, that was a $70 pay-per-view. You want me to pay $70 for a man that put his right arm down clear as day? It was staged, bro.
Nah, he thought it was a body shot. He thought he was setting up for a body shot.
Who watches $70 pay-per-view anymore with the Fire Stick? Then it's all free. I watch Wilder, Tyson. Everything was on.
I do not
free.
promote piracy on my channel. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying piracy.
Look,
I'm just saying
I just gotta say one thing though.
You want to know something? Here's the thing: the build up to that fight was absolutely ridiculous.
So
you know,
Steven,
the whole
still
build
buy
up
CDs,
was ridiculous.
Steven, you still buy CDs, right?
I sure do. I got cassette tapes. I got it
Okay,
all.
I just want to make sure that you're not.
I got
you're not listening to any
V8s.
music on. You're not listening to any music on YouTube or nothing. I don't
Or
want
8
you.
tracks. I said V8.
I don't want you to do any kind of piracy, brother.
Steven,
Hey, Epps, I'm
I
with
have
you.
a question for you, Steven.
What did you say?
Ask
Look,
away, Polo.
Here's the thing. You said that UFC is more entertaining as of now, or are you talking about overall? Because boxing is really it's setting a standard right now with a bunch of top five.
Overall,
Explain to me, Polo, how is boxing setting a standard?
There are
Time out. Listen, let me finish the question. When their main if I go around to an average sports fan and I say, "Hey, give me who's a top UFC fighter in the game," guarantee you they're going to be able to name somebody in the past 5 years that's been a champion. If I say, hey, name me a boxing champion in the last 5 years that's not named Floyd Mayweather, who are you going to be able to name? They can't name
a lot. I'm gonna name a lot.
You're a fan of the sport. That's why.
Can't you name Tyson Fury?
But in order for a an average sports fan,
bro, I can't believe that came out of your mouth right now, Steven. You need to hush, bro, because you didn't even say Canelo, bro. What are you talking about? That's the biggest sports star that's the biggest star in the sport. He's the biggest star in the sport. He's about to go to the cruiserweight division, which is right outside of the heavyweight, bro. He's about to make history, bro. He had 4 title fights in a year. Nobody does that stuff nowadays, bro. Floyd didn't even do that. Floyd fought once every year and a half, bro. Tyson was the only one that was taking on Tyson fought like every other month, bro. So I'm just saying, I just don't think you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
I like what said Sword
and
said.
then
Canelo is the biggest fish in a little pond.
Come on, don't discredit.
Hey, dude.
And then, well, I just, bro. But see, a while ago when you said that, bro, the reason why I said the lightweight division is on fire. A lot of people don't know about the guys that are coming up in the lightweight division. You have Vasily Lomachenko, bro. If you don't know nothing about, I'm just gonna say y'all don't know nothing about boxing. If y'all gonna sit here and agree with this guy. Watch Vasily Lomachenko's last fight. He's the best fighter at lightweight, and he lost. He lost his titles in a very good.
Here, I'm gonna pause you for a second. I'm just gonna pause you for a second. In order for a sport, I'm not talking. Boxing is a sport. In order for a sport to be successful commercially, nationally, globally, right? You have to be able to make your smaller stars bigger. And the reality is, unless you're a big name person in boxing, nobody knows unless you're a diehard boxing fan who these little people are. They don't.
Yeah. The reality is boxing's dying.
You know why NBA and NFL and Major League Baseball are more popular than boxing is? Because people know the last people on the bench.
people know the backups. Now, a lot of that has to do with fantasy sports. A lot of that has to do with fantasy sports because you want to know that stuff. But again, it's all about marketing a product. Boxing does not know how to market their small stars. When you look at UFC, UFC is so smart on how they market their smaller stars. Sugar Sean O'Malley is somebody that is not going to be a champion for very long, right? He's somebody that's not going to necessarily dominate the sport for a long period of time, but he's fun to watch. He's fun to look at. He's fun to watch. And so at MMA, UFC, Dana White, they know how to market him. Same thing with Thug Rose. Same thing with Amanda Nunes. Same thing with, I can name a million other boxers. Or not boxers, MMA. So when it comes, no one cares about small UFC fighters. That's not true. Why do you think ESPN has Fight Night? And their ratings are better than most boxing matches, by the way. UFC Fight Nights have better ratings than pay-per-view boxing matches.
I just got to say, I enjoy experts in their craft. And I am an MMA fan. I am. I can talk MMA with you. And those are good fighters. But, bro, when you see guys that can throw hands like Vasily Lomachenko, Bud Crawford, I mean, the power that Earl Spence has, the craftiness of Canelo, bro, it's people like you that ruin it for boxing, man. The vomit coming out of your mouth, bro.
Explain that to me. How do
Hey, you know what, man? You know what I hope happens? Bud Crawford has a background in wrestling. I hope he comes over into MMA and whoops some ass and goes back to boxing, bro. Because that dude is a special fighter, bro. And he deserves...
Estefan, you just made my point for me. That a boxer has to go to UFC to get more marketing and his name out there in order to build up a totally different sport in boxing. You just made my point for me, Estefan.
Bro, that's what they're doing right now.
Hey, Esther.
Jake Paul just fought an MMA fighter, bro, in a boxing match. What'd you just talk about? You just made my point to start off this conversation.
Two things.
Hey, he sold pay-per-views, right?
Estefan, listen to me. Tyrone Woodley is not just a small new fighter. Tyrone Woodley is a former world UFC champion. That man has accolades. Go look at his resume. Go look at his Wikipedia.
And his hands are horrible. He's
bro.
Not
a boxer. And it was rigged anyway.
It wasn't rigged. Don't do that.
No, I don't. I saw that shot, bro. That wasn't rigged. That was not rigged.
Even if
it seems like
rigged.
Esther has a very good passion for boxing. He likes it.
And I want to get something straight. I'm not dissing boxing. I'm just telling you what the flaw is of boxing. And boxing has a huge, humongous flaw, and that is its marketing. And it is horrible at it.
That's
true.
It is horrible at it.
That's facts, Esther. But you know
that
what?
is why boxing will never get bigger than UFC anymore.
It'll
never happen.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. When you
Esther, let me talk.
Go ahead.
Look, here's the thing. If you're talking about marketing, right now, boxing is slowly growing more over UFC. If we're talking, because right now people are actually more entertained by boxing than UFC. And I'm not talking the only thing keeping UFC alive is Masvidal, because I mean he's good. But after that,
say that.
I promise you, the only thing keeping UFC alive and whatchamacallit just lost.
God, you don't. You're an average UFC fan.
I am. I follow boxing more than UFC, to be honest.
Come on, Masvidal keeps UFC alive.
To me, he does. Bro. He's the only person that I know of. Because I'm using your logic against you. I'm using your logic against you.
You want to know something funny? Masvidal ain't even that good. He ain't even that good, and you heard of him.
Bigger than boxing, Polo.
Masvidal's legit, bro.
No,
See,
Masvidal,
you sound like a casual.
No, Masvidal's hype's real.
Masvidal will whoop Conor, bro. He'll whoop half the guys.
Yes, now he will. You are correct.
Conor's old though, Esther.
No, he's not. He's not old. Masvidal's older than him.
He's old for boxing.
we're talking MMA, bro.
MMA too.
I don't think Steven knows what he's talking about, bro.
No.
Masvidal actually sells pay-per-views, bro, because he's a good fighter.
Doesn't, bro.
Masvidal is like, bro, I can't believe that came out of your mouth, man. Masvidal is legit, bro.
I like boxing, all right?
That dude came up, I mean, in the underground, bro. He's got one of the best stories in MMA. The dude can actually throw hands. See, this is one of the things that gets on my nerves about the UFC, bro, is a lot of them are horrible with their hands, bro. It's, every now and then you get a guy that has somewhat of a boxing background and their hands are beautiful, like Stipe Miocic or Ngannou, Junior Dos Santos.
Has Masvidal ever had a belt besides the BMF belt that was made up, by the way?
Well, he has that one, but I mean, he's
never won.
Masvidal,
never won a weight class belt. He's never won a weight class belt. Masvidal's hype is real. I love Masvidal. The boy's from Miami. I support him. But he ain't never won a title. So the fact that Polo knows somebody who's never won a real title belt, come talk like I don't know no boxer that hasn't won a title.
Finish him.
What Steven is saying, Esther, is that the marketing for boxing is just not good. There's people like you and Polo who follow it very well. But I couldn't tell you who the next big heavyweight fight is because they don't market it enough.
Yeah.
I don't follow the sport like that. They don't market it enough. UFC, I know when there's going to be a big fight because I see commercials. I see stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole
do you
thing.
know? Hey, and I'll transition this conversation back to football. Do you know why the NFL can have a game on Tuesday nights? 2 games, by the way. Do you know why they can?
Because it deals with broadcasting.
Because of the deals with broadcasting, because how they market stuff. And I guarantee you those Tuesday night games have better ratings than any boxing match that's happened in the U.S. this year.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Stephen D, if you dislike Tua, Esther would be on your side. No.
Hold on. Esther does not dislike Tua.
I didn't say that. Somebody else said that.
Esther's still not sold on Tua, but he does not dislike him. You have to listen to Esther in the comments, guys. Because Esther has
hold on. I'm gonna come to bat for Esther. Esther had a good conversation on Batman's channel. He's not a hater. He just wants to see more. He's critical. He's passionate about his team. That's where people get mixed up.
That's what
Some
I'm
people
talking about Esther too.
are passionate about their team. He just wants to see more, and I don't knock Esther because he explained what he wants.
Omar Castro, you are correct. Old UFC is better than new UFC. You are correct. Chuck Liddell, Rampage, Tito, Ken Shamrock,
Brock Lesnar.
They were all, even Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar was trash.
No,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here. I was sitting here listening to the whole
Vikings.
conversation. I don't know too much about UFC, honestly, bro. But all I know is that I just know that Brock Lesnar was in UFC and Cain Velasquez. So, and I'm sorry, guys.
About real fights, man. It was Kimbo Slice on YouTube before it was ever even in the UFC.
So
which is where Masvidal just came from.
Did you see that fight where he knocked that guy's eye socket out?
Kimbo Slice was on the Ultimate Fighter. And,
and
let me tell you something. Kimbo Slice, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I never met him, but
did he rip open a door?
I don't disagree with what Steven's saying about the promotional side, because what Don King did for boxing, a lot of boxing fans miss that, even though he was crooked. You know what I mean? They need another Don King, and I mean, I don't know if it's going to be heard from the zone, but it seems like that could be the savior of the sport. But what I was saying was, just because Steven doesn't know who these guys are doesn't mean that it's not a good product.
Nobody
that they're good.
Estefan,
and the fact that you didn't say Canelo's name, you have even more egg on your face that you don't know what you're talking about.
Get over
Crawford,
Canelo's jock.
Davis.
Yeah,
Lomachenko,
we get. Hey,
Wilder.
listen, you and Polo, you guys spit a lot of names. You guys know a lot of
Joshua
names. But
Usyk.
the fact of the matter, is, Esta, we don't because there's no marketing. People, we don't know who the next big fight's going to be.
The only thing
people,
he's right. The only thing I see about boxing is the Logan Paul.
I'm gonna put it to you like this,
Logan
okay?
and Jake Paul.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, guys. Guys,
and
the
Island Boys and the Island Boys
and the Island Boys. Oh my God, those two clowns right there.
I mean, Alexander, he's perfect guy to say because he doesn't know a lot about boxing.
Listen,
so.
you know, boxing has a NHL problem. Okay, in my opinion, they have not done a good enough job promoting the sport. The NHL has had the same issue for years as well. They don't know how to promote the sport. They do a horrible job at it. That's why it hasn't gotten out. That's why I don't think it's been that popular.
Alexander, you know what's sad about hockey too? You look at hockey, and I think I'm going to tell you right now. I love sports. Baseball is my favorite to watch. Football, the Dolphins are my favorite team of all sports, right? But I love watching baseball, and baseball is in the same boat too. Actually, give me a sec. Let me talk about hockey and then baseball. The problem with hockey is they actually have the best product, I think, out of all of them, to believe it or not.
Yes, they do.
I think playoff hockey is the best thing in the world. There is nothing better than playoff hockey. The atmosphere of a playoff hockey game is better than 90% of professional sports inside of the U.S. Okay? There are very few things that are better than playoff hockey. Now,
I agree.
With all that being said, I'm not a diehard hockey fan, right? I am a casual hockey fan. So with all, I say that to say that hockey needs, the only reason that they're not as bigger as they need to be is they don't have somebody like Sidney Crosby is the face of their sport. Alexander Ovechkin is the face of their sport. And none of them do anything on social media. None of them are out there out in the open.
Yes, and I agree with you that right there. You know, and the thing is, Connor McDavid is starting to go up, is starting to get up there too. You know, and
let me go to baseball real quick. Baseball's in the same thing. So Xavier Scruggs, who comes on here, great guy, love Xavier to death.
Yes, he's a good dude.
Xavier's doing the things the right way. He's on social media. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. He's on TikTok. He's on IG. He's on all these platforms. He's getting all these numbers. He's promoting baseball as a cool thing. Baseball doesn't allow for their programming to be made up. Like if I go to YouTube right now, I can find multiple videos, fan-made videos of Ricky Williams. If I go right now to try to find fan-made videos of Derek Jeter, I can't do it. They're not there. Major League Baseball does not allow it. So Major League Baseball needs to understand that in order for them to lift up their game, they need to allow fans to have a little bit of control of their product to allow people to watch it and get excited about it. Their biggest, they have two big stars. They have two big stars, Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. And I don't see them do any commercials. Do you see Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani do? Yeah, but all right, Mets fan. All right, if I turn on a TV right now, I can see NASCAR people have commercials.
Yeah,
but I don't see Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge have commercials. I barely see Mike Trout having commercials.
You know, the thing. Stephen A. while ago, you know, brought this up, and Stephen, tell me if you agree with this. If you agree with me on this, he said that Shohei Ohtani is doing more bad for the sport than good because he doesn't speak English.
So
I don't agree with that at all.
He got crucified for that. He got crucified for that as well as he should. In order for baseball or any sport to grow, they need to grow internationally. So when you have a product like Shohei Ohtani who can hit home runs and pitch, you know, no-hitters.
Yeah, we've never seen a player like that for years.
By the way, that hasn't been done since Babe Ruth. Let's just get that straight, okay? That's over 100 years. You can market the hell out of that guy, and baseball does nothing to do it. Nothing.
Can I say why he said that though?
Mike Trout needed to do a better job too.
I love Major League Baseball, but Major League Baseball, the way that they're going, deserves what's coming to them because they have had, like, they're in the lockout right now is ridiculous.
Steven,
I think the only thing entertaining about baseball is football.
What did you say, Ennis?
The reason why he said it, I'm not saying he's right, but he's saying that him not speaking English, he can't really do interviews or endorse the sport like he's saying.
You have translators for that.
That's why Mike Trout needs. Mike Trout is
it's not
another
going to
star
go over
in the
the
game.
same way, Steven.
Mike Trout is another star in the game that also needs to do more as well.
He's the ambassador.
But I have seen Mike Trout do some things too.
Green Rat 100. You are correct. NASCAR is trash in their new playoff system. But I've seen more Chase Elliott commercials than I have of Mike Trout. Tell me what the problem is there, bro.
True.
You think that baseball has a marketing problem? I think
baseball has a huge marketing problem.
I thought it was because of how long the game takes. That means
Shake money.
No,
My bad,
baseball does have a marketing problem. But that's because baseball has been dying. Baseball's on its last leg right now, and this strike that's going on right now could put an end to baseball forever.
What?
No, don't let them scare you about that.
The biggest. Hold on.
Let's Shake Money go. Let's Shake.
Yeah, y'all let Shay talk.
I just want to say something
Good morning,
about
Shay.
UFC. The one thing I miss about the old UFC is when you could see someone like Tua fight someone like Raekwon Davis when they didn't have any weight classes, and you would see someone just fight. It doesn't matter who it was.
And so let me tell you what the problem with that was. So I agree. I enjoyed that. There were days when I could see Tank Abbott fight this little Brazilian dude, and it would be a crazy fight. Now here's the problem, Shake Money. It would never get sanctioned by an athletic commission. And in order for UFC to get distribution in the U.S., they had to get sanctioned by state athletic commissions. So they had to form weight classes. They had to. So
I understand. I'm just saying I miss it. That's all.
I understand. But you know what? It's also a part of their lore, their background, the nostalgia of what the UFC was. Pride fighting. You know, it's great. And to just go back to baseball, and Sent Sword made the funny point. He said baseball players still make the most money. Baseball players make the most money out of all these sports, and Major League Baseball is probably the one that is most in jeopardy of like not being anymore, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. But they make more money because of the long run.
No, they make more money because of their TV deals.
Well, they make more money because of their like, for instance, if you see someone's contract, if you break it down yearly, they make less than a football player does because some of these contracts are 20, 15 years in the baseball.
So two reasons why Major League Baseball has gotten away with what they've gotten away with for years. Number one, they don't pay their minor leaguers crap. They don't pay, like, it's not even a living situation. That's one.
No salary cap either.
No salary cap. That's one. That's a totally different story, right? But I'm not even going to go there. The second reason is the owners don't care about how many people show up to their games because the money's all in the TV deals. The money's all in the TV deals. Orioles. I live in Baltimore. The Orioles I don't remember the last time they had a sellout crowd. They've had 3 straight losing seasons of $100 million, and their owner still makes money because Masson, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network, has the Washington Nationals and the Baltimore Orioles, and they make buku bucks off of it. He doesn't care about the Orioles, and that's sad. The same thing with James Dolan and the Knicks. He doesn't care if the Knicks have a good product on the court. He makes all that money from whatchamacallit, the Yes Network. Same thing with our old owner in Miami, the Marlins. Who was, what's his name? Who was the old owner of the Marlins?
Wayne Huizenga?
Wayne Huizenga. He didn't care. He made all the money from other things. The Dolphins rented out that. It's a whole thing, dude. It is a whole thing. And so I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, until owners understand that the products on the field are what brings fans to the stadium and to the arena, you're going to see a diminished product in baseball, basketball, and in hockey.
See,
Hey,
hold
Steven,
on,
you
real
know
quick.
what though? I've been following the Marlins ever since Jeter took ownership. I've been following it more now. And one of the things that Derek Jeter is doing now is he's making it mandatory that his players spend an hour signing autographs and interacting with the
They should.
the crowd.
And you know what's
He's
funny about
making it.
that? That's really hypocritical of him because his butt never did it.
Well, that's actually a good thing because
I was about to say,
the
didn't
Marlins
he
need to
charge
spend more
for
time with fans
autographs
because
before?
here's the thing down here in South Florida, baseball and hockey are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to sports. They're
Yet
the
the
very
Marlins
bottom.
have won 2 World Series in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Alexander, I actually been watching more hockey since the Florida Panthers went on that little run in the beginning of the season.
Do you know why that is?
Enjoying.
Do you know why that is, though? Because South Florida has actually done a decent job of marketing the Panthers.
Yeah,
and platforms like myself actually talk about it.
Exactly. It's all over
Steven,
Twitter.
good point. Because remember about 2 to 3 years ago, you would ask somebody on the street, what is the worst sport that you have ever seen? What is the worst sport? Or what sport can you not stand the most? They would the number one thing they would say is hockey.
Hockey. 10 out of 10
hockey. Because down here in Florida, it's not a hockey town. But let's also just make one thing clear, okay? That the Panthers did not give the Tampa Bay Lightning the run for their money. The Islanders did because they took them 7 games.
Oh my God! Shut up with your New York stuff. But here's the other thing too. The other thing about it is, I want to know that as a fan, I can go to a game and not spend a fortune. Right? It's expensive as all hell to go to a Dolphins game.
Oh yeah.
It's expensive. It costs a lot of money. You know what I would love to do? I go down a lot, right? You guys know that. I would love to take my kids to a game. It's too expensive. It's way too expensive to do that. Right?
Once you go into motels, travel,
unless they're doing bad. Because tickets for the Texas game were going for $6.
Well, yeah,
earlier this year.
but
you're still not thinking about travel and all that, right?
What's a hot dog cost?
And not only that, it's not like the Dolphins are promoting that.
Man,
they've done a terrible job.
And there's a million other things to do in South Florida on a Sunday afternoon rather than watch what was mediocre. Not right now. What was a mediocre product.
I used to work.
I think there's more things to do. I don't know about that.
Back in 2000, the last time.
I don't know about that, Steven.
I think it was back when Wanster was the head coach. I used to work in the suites, and the cheapest bill I seen for food in the suites was like $2,000 to $3,000.
I was about to say 2 to 3 G's, easy. 2 to 3 G's is the cheapest.
That was the cheapest. Again, that was the cheapest. You can imagine what the most expensive one was.
Oh, I'm sure it was 30 or 40, maybe even 50,000. Now, here's another funny part to that situation, right? It costs $50 to $100 for parking. It costs, to get, chicken strips, French fries, sodas. We're talking another $100 right there. Bam, for a family.
Prime example. Hey, I'm gonna put you a prime example right now. Okay, this past Sunday, when I went to the game, right, for a Shula burger and French fries, it would have cost me about $18, $19 for a burger and fries because I had to pay separate for it, right? So with my season ticket discount only takes off a couple percentage, so it knocks it down from
$1 or
$17
$2
to $15.
Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
And my boy bought wings and fries. He spent $30 right there for 6 wings and fries.
Yep.
Okay, and my other friend I went with, his girlfriend, he got one of those pastrami sandwiches, right? He spent a total of $40 for those 2 sandwiches right there.
I gotta test y'all's hockey
let me just say something right quick.
IQ. real quick, Steven. So it's you and Polo talking hockey. I'm gonna test y'all, bro. Why are blowouts good in hockey? Why is the blowout good?
Again, I'm a casual hockey fan, so I can't answer that. And
Blowouts are not
talking
good. What are you
hockey.
talking
I wasn't
about?
talking hockey, but I gotta say something
definitely
though.
Go ahead,
You know,
Polo. Go ahead, Polo.
I used to work at the stadium, and I got a little trick for y'all. If y'all do want food, I used to work at the food stands. Come after like at 3 minutes, like fourth quarter, 2 minute warning. We'll give away food like crazy because we have nowhere to go give it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're
Yeah, but who
hungry
wants
one
to
through
do
the
that when
third
they're
quarter.
trying to
Oh
get out of
shoot,
the
I'm gonna try
stadium?
that next time.
Well,
For
I
the
don't want to
Patriot
try
game,
to
I'm gonna
eat
try
nachos.
that.
y'all are both
Who wants
wrong.
to eat nachos?
The best part of a blowout in hockey is the fights, bro. That team that's getting their ass whooped, bro.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know what I mean?
1, 2, 3, 4. You are Estefan. You actually bring up a really good point. Hockey lets you fight, and it is one of the things that attracts new people to the game. And if hockey would imagine if NHL promoted hockey fight videos on YouTube and on Instagram. You know how big that would be?
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Yeah, the thing about the
That will be huge. But here's, you know, that they're trying to eliminate fighting in hockey.
I know it's stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to get over.
They've been
and
saying
that's what
that.
goes to
And
boxing,
I'm trying to get
UFC.
over this
these
man paying
days, hockey has
$30 for
been.
some wings and fries. Like,
Hockey,
yeah, I just
UFC, every sport, they're trying to cut the violence down. Which in human nature, we like violence. And so,
well, you know, it was funny.
that's why a lot of these
I
sports
was
are
watching.
failing, man.
I was watching the game on Monday night. I was watching one of the games on Monday night. There's so many games on different night of the week this week. It's crazy. I'm trying to remember which night I was watching the game. So I was watching one of the games on Monday night on football, and it was a roughing the passer penalty. And the guy literally stood up and he ran into the quarterback after the throw. But it was like he stood up with his hands up, trying not to hit him. And the referee threw 15 on that. But the very next series on the opposite end of the ball, the guy gets drilled into the ground and there's no flag.
Oh, that's the Chicago game.
Yeah, I was like,
that goes back. That goes back to what you said, Stephen, about the officiating. It's terrible.
Officiating is terrible. It's terrible.
But you see, the NFL is going to change that. I mean, they learn from their fans. They give the fans what they want eventually. Remember what they did with celebrations in the end zone, and then they took that away, realizing that the fans wanted more celebrations in the end zone. They're gonna fix that.
Yeah, Drubbatron, you're right. Drubbatron says no one likes to watch baseball because it's boring. I love baseball, but all the unwritten rules are killing the sport. You can watch a home run a little long, and the next guy's getting beamed. 100%. It's a stupid rule. It's a stupid rule. Who's the manager of the Chicago White Sox? Tony La Russa. Tony La Russa took his star player and thrashed him in the media because he hit a home run when it was 14-2 on a 3-0 count. Are y'all kidding me? I want to see that crap. I still watch because of that.
Right.
Tony La Russa is bad for the game right now. I said it.
At the end of the day, when it comes to attracting fans to baseball, women, girls, whatever you want to say, don't like sitting 3 hours in a baseball game, but they love football. And I mean, that's obviously personal experience.
I know. I brought a girl to a baseball game. It wasn't going.
Baseball games, I think, biggest threat, when I was trying to touch on this when we were talking about marketing, is the fact that no one wants to be sitting there waiting in between innings, waiting in between pitch counts.
I'm sorry. I love going to baseball. I love going to baseball.
I do too. Just
win the long ball. What are you talking about?
To attract new viewers, it's boring for them.
Yeah, I know. Look, my 7-year-old and 6-year-old, they're not watching a baseball game. They're hard. They can hardly sit and watch a football game. But
I bet you, when I was a kid, I loved to play
there's
baseball.
no way they're watching
my favorite
baseball.
sport. I liked it better than football. Anything. Baseball.
I like going to baseball games. It's a tradition to, if you go to a baseball game, drink beer.
Yep.
Eat hot dogs.
Yeah, and then you got to get up and take. You got to get up and.
I love how I love how Estefan's first thing on everything is alcohol.
Beer. I know he's an alcoholic.
Well, let me tell you about hangovers, bro. That best mates.
Oh my God!
Beer. Oh, bro, that
I can't. I just can't with Estefan. Not today. Not today.
Chicks dig the long ball, man. What y'all
Chicks
talking
do
about?
dig the long ball, bro. NorCal
What y'all talking
DolFAN, the
about?
Godfather, said baseball's a
I
great way to
brought a
take a
chick
nap.
to a baseball game, and she halfway through it, she's like, "You ready to leave? This is boring as hell."
Shake Money, thanks for the $5 donation. Fins up, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it, Shake Money.
So
I
you're
brought a
gonna
chick to a
so you're
Dolphins
gonna
game.
sit there.
She was
This is the problem with baseball. Last year or the year before, they tampered with the baseball, and it was obvious because no one was hitting home runs. This year, they tamper with the baseball. Now everyone was hitting home runs.
You know,
baseball has an identity.
Don't get me
crisis on
started
things.
on that, Kristalakis. So I hope I don't. I'm probably going to lose viewers because I'm talking about baseball, but I don't care. I like to talk about it. Here's the thing. In 1994, there was a strike in Major League Baseball, and they didn't play baseball in 1994. There was no World Series. Bud Selig, who would later become the commissioner in baseball, was an owner for the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay, and I say that little cliff note to say this. Baseball had a problem on its hands. They had to figure out, how do we get fans to come back to the ballpark? Fast forward 4 years, you have the 1998 home run race between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, which is the summer I fell in love with baseball. I liked baseball before, but I fell in love with baseball that summer. That was a huge year. They would interrupt live news broadcast for at-bats of Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. It was that great. Baseball couldn't get enough of it. They were at the top of the sports world. They were chasing a 50-year-old home run record. It was amazing. Fast forward 10, 15 years later, all this stuff comes out because it was going to come out one way or another. People can blame Jose Canseco all they want in his book. It was going to come out. The steroid, they start learning about steroids. Here's where I am I can't stand baseball. Bud Selig goes out on national television and says, hey, look, I don't know what the players are doing. But there's no way that there's no way that GMs and owners would have known what they were doing in the locker room. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that you own $1 billion product, $1 million product, and you don't know what the players are doing in the locker room? Are you kidding me, Bud Selig? Bud Selig's the biggest hypocrite of all hypocrites on the face of the earth. They knew exactly what they were doing. They saved baseball, and 15 years later, they turned it on all the players and blamed it on them. And I'm going to cuss. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And to this day, I'm so mad at it.
That puts
Steven,
me
can
at
I
even
say
on the
something real quick?
because you cussed twice, so that deducts my cuss words. Anyways, I was gonna say, bro. Go ahead, man. I'll go after you. Was it Ennis? Go ahead, Ennis.
Steven, you can remember this. Barry Bonds. Look how swole Barry.
I can't stand Barry Bonds, but the man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right, but did you see how?
No, he does not.
Did you see how big he got from Pittsburgh?
No, he does.
When he went to San Francisco,
when you cheat and you take steroids to get to 700 home runs, the same with McGwire. McGwire does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he does. Yes,
steroids don't help you hit that ball.
Alexander, listen to me, Alexander. Oh, I'm ready to have this conversation. I'm so ready for this heat.
Me too.
Alexander, listen to me, my guy. Listen to me. There is no way to go back from the 1980s to the early 2000s and say this player used it. This player didn't. The game of baseball knew exactly what they were doing. Everybody knew, and people made millions off of it. And it wasn't just the players. It was the owners. It was the TV distributors. It was the news outlets. People were watching news more because of baseball. So don't tell me that Barry Bonds doesn't deserve to be in the game. They were all freaking cheating. Every last one of them.
I hear you. I hear you, Steven. I do. I admit something right now. That McGwire, 1998, McGwire and Sosa saved baseball.
They saved baseball.
They did. Okay? But now to come to think about it, as a fan of the sport that's been a fan for years, ever since I was a kid, I cannot sit here and stand when a player does PEDs or does any kind of drugs to gain an advantage.
Let me go, Steven.
Alexander,
This is what I got to say to that, though.
Hold on. No. Wait. Alexander, listen to this. Let's take two center fielders and let's say 1999. Let's take two center fielders in 1999. We're going to take two center fielders in 1999, and we're going to say player A takes steroids, and player B does not take steroids. Player A has 35 home runs because he took steroids. Player B has 15 home runs, but 100 pop-outs to straightaway center or left field. So that extra 15 or 20 feet that he might have got home runs on it, you're right. It's not fair. But if player B says, you know what, in order for me to compete with player A, I need to take steroids so that I can stay in the game that I love longer, I'm going to do it. Am I going to blame player B for doing what player A was doing anyway and everybody was doing? Hell no.
Thank you.
Hell no.
Steven, he's saying that his players that he liked that was taking them, they just didn't get caught. Those was the ones that stood out because they got caught because they was killing it the most.
Look, I can't stand.
Isn't it a skill though for me? I when it comes to all that, because I actually enjoyed that. I remember that, and the part that I was didn't agree with was everybody was just focusing on the fact that they took something that was enhanced, but the way that I saw it is
Alexander,
hold on real quick, Steven. So these pitchers pitch in the triple digits in the 90s, bro. It's hard to hit some of those pitches. The way that I saw it, even if they were enhanced, bro, you still got to have hand and eye coordination. You still got to hit that ball, bro.
Hold on, Estefan.
Thank you.
Alexander, listen to me. And I agree with that, Estefan. You're right. Alexander, listen to me. You still like baseball?
Of course, I love it.
All right, what do pitchers need to have in order to make sure that they have control of their 98 mile an hour fastball?
Just going to say that, yes.
What do they need to have, Alexander? Tell me. Please tell me. They need to have substance on their hands.
Right, yeah.
But it's not legal. It's not legal. So we're going to risk a player getting beat
get the rosin back
with
back
a
there.
95 mile an hour fastball instead of saying, hey, why don't you go ahead and put a little rosin and water on your hand, make it a little bit sticky. It gives the player grip. Don't give me baseball has been cheating since the beginning of time. The only difference between the steroid era and the dead ball era and all the other eras that there were, and there were a lot of them.
Juice ball era.
Yep, there were a lot of them. Is that in the steroid era, it was done at the beginning of when TV and media was as big as it was. And when we got into the 2000s and players started making a bigger fuss about players that were taking steroids and it wasn't fair, and they leaked it to the media because that's what happened. That's when things started to go sideways. It wasn't because it was not in the best interest of the game. It was in the best interest of the game to keep things going the status quo, as it always has been in baseball. So I don't want to hear, and I can't. And by the way, you're talking to somebody who does not like Barry Bonds. I do not like him as a person. I do not like him as a player. I do not like him as a coach. But the man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
What about Pete Rose?
Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
That man paid his
Definitely
deserves it.
Why is everybody out on Sosa?
I'm not.
He gets a lot of criticism.
Yo, y'all got me. Yo, my heart is pumping right now. Y'all got me so
hyped.
Steven,
I've never seen you
coffee you were drinking.
Steven, man, you're scaring me, bro. I might have to get off. Listen, man. Listen, every sport has steroids, man. It is what it is, man.
Sorry, Steven. Sorry about that.
Enhancement drugs are in every sport. Anybody who does anything, running, track meet, any of that stuff, dude. You saw what's Neil Armstrong, whatever. He did fucking
Lance Armstrong.
Everybody
yes.
does this stuff. Yeah, Lance. Everybody does steroids. If you can't
Shake Money
you know
paid
what
my
I'm saying?
swear jar.
It is what it is, man.
Steve.
You have to realize that these enhancement drugs are in sports. People want to make themselves better. They're going to do.
Souza deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Who was the Orioles player that lied to Congress? Palmeiro
Rafael Palmeiro.
That was what killed. That's what really started the whole.
Rafael Palmeiro went on record and cried wolf. You know, he cried wolf and told on everybody.
But Alexander, I want you to think about this tonight. I want you to think about this, Alexander. Look at the position these players were put in. Right. These players were pretty much told your game's gonna go away. Baseball was on the verge of bankruptcy. They were on the verge of not being around anymore. And baseball and here's the other thing too. If you own $1 million company, Alexander, aren't you going to do what's best to make sure that you make some money?
Of course.
Okay, so these owners were the ones that allowed the steroids to come into their clubhouse. They knew what was going on. The owners are just as culpable as the players. If you don't want to let the players in, fine.
Yes, sir.
You better not let any GM
but the thing,
or any owner in.
Steven, I get what you're saying. I do. But the fact of the matter is, guys like Mike Piazza, Pedro Martinez, Raul Mondesi, you know, names like that, they never use Jack. They never use Jack to get an advantage.
We don't know that.
Did you hang out with him? How do you know?
I grew up watching Mike Piazza, okay, because obviously I'm a Mets fan.
And by the way, let's look at Mike Piazza's body over the years. Mike Piazza playing for the Dodgers, and the Marlins. That boy was skinny. Well, when he started playing for the Marlins, he started to bulk up. By the time he got to the Mets, where was he? He went back to the Mets. Where was he? That man was a horse. Don't tell me Mike Piazza didn't take steroids.
It was just
that man
steak,
took
though.
steroids.
That's how Alexander's thing was just steak and potatoes, right?
But you know what the correlation, Alexander, between my statement and your statement is? It's all hearsay. We don't know who did and who didn't.
So I got it. Bobby Bonilla steroid. He was a Met fan.
You know what bothered me, bro, is I think after that era, Pujols was, in my opinion, the best. I liked watching the Cardinals because of Pujols, bro. I'm not even a Cardinals fan. Go
look at Albert Pujols' rookie year body, and look at his body last year.
Well, he's already.
It is a proven statistic. It is the laws of nature. Your body deteriorates as you get older.
Right. What I was leaning at was when he was getting accused of PEDs, bro, by his own, like, the baseball community. Like, that kind of pissed me off, bro, because there was no evidence, bro. You know what I mean? That were just, you know. I think he sued the guy that was. What do you think about that, bro? Because when that happened, bro, that pissed me off.
What are you talking about, Estefan?
He was accused of a former. I think it was a former player. Said that he was taking, but there was a lot of people that were coming out against Pujols, bro. And what I didn't agree with was the fact that, you know, there was nothing proven. And
Flipside Fishing said, for the record, Andros, I can't say the word, but I know what you're talking about. Wasn't illegal when they first started using. When they changed the rule or added that substance to the PET list is when they busted them. 100%. 100%.
Estefan, I never heard of Pujols getting in trouble with anything.
Yeah, bro.
There was allegations. There was allegations.
He never got in trouble. He actually sued the guy that was. But when it came out, bro,
Ryan Braun was being taken
time. I knew he was cheating. I was just like, damn, here we go, man. This dude can't just have another baseball player that can't have a decent career, bro.
People forget about A-Rod.
Die hard. Look, A-Rod. So here's let's talk about A-Rod.
I'm a Met fan. I know.
A-Rod is another big a-hole. But the man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is not a popularity contest, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a popularity contest. And by the way, baseball's Hall of Fame, all those stupid old sports writers, and I said it, stupid old sports writers are all ancient and do not deserve to be making the choice of who deserves to be on the Baseball Hall of Fame and who doesn't. They are part of the problem that still exists with baseball today is those ancient baseball writers that vote. Why do the writers get to vote who gets into the Hall of Fame? What type of sense does that make?
None.
Same thing with the Pro Bowl. Why do the fans get to vote? I don't like that.
No, I have no problem with that. I have no problem.
What about?
I do.
What about Roger Clemens? Do you think Roger Clemens deserves to be in there?
Yes, I think they all deserve to be in there.
Alexander, you're a Met fan, right? Hello.
Yes, he's a Met fan.
What do you say, John? I'm sorry.
You're a Met fan, right?
He is.
All right.
Of course, I'm a diehard fan.
So Robinson Cano is coming back this year. What's your take on Robinson Cano being on your team?
I think they need to get rid of his tail.
Why?
I don't want him on the team no more.
Feel bad for not changing the subject, but y'all don't feel bad for Pete Rose?
I do.
Of course, Pete Rose never did. All he did was
a
bet.
pure hitter, bro.
Hey, I want you to think about something right now. So Pete, somebody put their thing on mute. I can hear background. So I want you to think about something. Pete Rose is. I'm actually going to give you two examples: Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson. Go look up both stories if you don't know who those guys are. Pete Rose got banned for life from baseball because he bet on games that he didn't play in, and didn't have any effect on the outcome of the game. So if you want to ban him as a manager, maybe I can hear that argument. You want to ban him as a player? He, as a player, never did anything bad. He never did anything wrong. So why are you?
Steven, I get that.
Why are you? Hold on, let me finish. Give me a sec. Why are you going to ban him? Number 2, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Shoeless Joe Jackson, 1918 or 1919 World Series, allegedly took money at that time to tank the series. If you go back and look at the numbers, he had the highest batting average and hit the most home runs in that World Series. So who was tanking the World Series? And by the way, at that time, baseball players were severely underpaid at that time. They still had part-time jobs in the offseason to supplement their income. So I don't know what happened, but to get rid of Shoeless Joe Jackson is atrocious. That man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame too. So, I mean, look, those are two things. 1, 2, 3, 4 Fs. You wanted to say something?
Because I want to kind of play devil's advocate here. As far as that goes, the betting, even though Pete Rose didn't bet on his own team or anything like that,
he bet on his own team to win as a manager.
To win. All right. Even that being said, you can't let Pandora's box get open, because once that gets open, you have a whole slew of problems, man.
Here's the problem. You know what? That's a fair argument.
But you got people that's in the Hall of Fame that did worse.
100%. By the way, in the Hall of Fame, you have murderers, convicts, rapists, killers.
Yes,
you have all that in the Hall of Fame. Now, with all that being said, you bring up a fair argument. 1, 2, 3, 4. But let me tell you why you're wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2 to this argument. Gambling is legal now outside of Las Vegas in the United States. Gambling is now promoted by Major League Baseball with DraftKings and Fantasy Kings. So how are you as an entity going to keep on saying this guy is not coming into the Hall of Fame when you promote what he did wrong 25, 40, 35 years before?
That's what I'm saying. They have an identity issue. They have a serious identity.
I get that. And
they want to
get that.
Hold on. They want to cater to certain. They want to cater to certain groups.
They still want to cater. They still want to cater to 65-year-old plus white men And I said that. I don't care. 65-year-old plus white men who want to cater to the game instead of worrying about, hey, how's the next 35 years of our sport going to look when those guys die off? Hello.
No, you're right.
Very true.
I
Yep.
agree with that, Steven.
Hello.
I agree with that, Steven. But all I'm saying is you just the whole betting. You can. I don't think Pete Rose should be out of the Hall of Fame. With that being said, though, you cannot allow players to bet, even if it's not on their own team. You can't allow. You can't say it's okay for that. You just
Nobody.
You can't.
No. So I agree. I don't think that you should be able to bet on your own team. But if I'm like, let's just use this as an example. If I'm a player on the Dolphins right now, right? If I'm a player on the Dolphins right now, and I say, hey, look, what I want to do is I want to bet on the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans this weekend.
Okay.
I shouldn't get in trouble for that. I should be able to go ahead and
All
bet
right. Well,
on
let
that
me
game.
ask you this, Steven. Okay. What if TJ Watt wants to bet on the Arizona Cardinals to win or to lose or whatever, and his brother, JJ,
Fair question. Fair question.
What if a best friend like Jarvis Landry?
But he bet as a manager.
No, it is a fair question. Two things. Number one, you can't use the manager argument anymore. But number two, even if that's the case, let's use the player, for example. The fact of the matter is baseball already opened up Pandora's box, and NFL already opened up Pandora's box by allowing gambling into the sport. You wanted to keep that box closed. If you want to keep that box closed, don't allow DraftKings, don't allow FanDuel, don't allow Caesar Sportsbook to promote, and don't show the point spread and the over-under on all of your stuff. They actively promote it to it is. So when you open up that box, you got to take everything that's inside that box too.
There's going to be, if you allow it, it's going to be good and bad stuff. It's going to be good and bad stuff that comes along with it.
You're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
You know that. If you give somebody an inch, Steven, you know everybody takes a mile. You know that.
But the fact of the matter is that they already opened up the box. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't close it.
No, I agree, and I bet you thousands of players bet we don't even know about. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Like they let players play fantasy, which is ridiculous. So they let players play fantasy. So why not let them gamble?
Should athletes be allowed to play fantasy sports? You know they all do this. Is that also a conflict of interest?
Yes, that's the same thing. It's allowed.
I don't know if somebody's background noise is big. I don't know if if football. Let me rephrase this. Let me start from the beginning. Fantasy football has actually been around since the 80s, maybe even the late 70s, but at least the 80s.
Yeah, way back, yeah.
Yeah, it's been around for a very, very long time. And it became a big thing in the early 2000s when the internet and everything started to like really take off. And I say the internet take off in the early 2000s. Internet took off in the 90s, but the early 2000s, we started to see the internet become something just totally different, right? And fantasy football grew and grew and grew in popularity. I don't think NFL football ever knew the monster that it had with fantasy football until maybe the last 5 to 10 years.
Right.
And fantasy football, here's the cool thing about something like fantasy football, right? Fantasy football allows for it allows for Detroit versus Cleveland, two crappy teams, to have viewership because I have Nick Chubb and I have, Jared Goff, whatever.
Or you can do just that game too on fantasy. So
100%.
There's a lot of options.
So football knows what they have with that. The question on the table is, when does a sport lose its integrity, or a player lose, or a manager lose their integrity on a game when they're betting on a game that they're in, or they might have an outcome for, or have an affiliation to, whether that's a family member or whatever? I think for years, wow, Alexander, go ahead and mute. I think for years, there have been plenty of family members that have bet on players. You know, they've had bookies and whatever. I don't think that's anything new. So I don't think that's a good comparison because I think that's been going around since the beginning of time. I think that if you look at, if you look at players from a standpoint of betting on games in their sport, I don't think that that's an issue either anymore for the sole reason that the sports leagues have decided to take gambling and accept it into their stuff, into their DMA, into their mantra. It was you guys only realize ESPN and the last 12 to 18 months has started doing the money ticker down at the bottom.
I agree with you.
They didn't have that before.
I think players have been gambling for so long that we don't even know about. And refs. So,
hey, I can point to something real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Nebs. I don't have long. I'm cutting in and out at work, so I'm trying to, get involved as much as I can. Pete Rose, he is a perfect example of a player who deserves to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame, but they refuse to let him because of the gambling that he did, and he bet on his own freaking team. Like, it's stupid. That man deserves to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest players ever.
Yep.
And that is literally the only team in Ohio I root for is the Reds. And I love the Big Red Machine back in the early 90s, man. We were awesome back then. And it's a shame how they have treated him because of the whole gambling thing. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't, and I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. And that's the main point I just want to put out there.
And the other,
I don't know.
And the other funny thing about that, and I'm gonna let Batman come in here in a second. The other funny thing about that too is over the years, they have tried to dig up dirt on Pete Rose, Major League Baseball, like that's not affiliated with gambling or baseball, to try to, make this man.
That is major facts right there. Yep.
Yeah, and all that is for them to keep getting him to they want that so that they can keep him out of the Hall of Fame.
They're not going to let him in there until after he's already dead.
I don't even think they're going to let him in then.
That's why I think that Rob Manfred is probably, if not the worst commissioner.
He's horrible.
In all of
Rob Manfred. Rob Manfred's a joke. Absolute joke.
Yes, he is a joke, in my opinion. Here's what I want to also bring something else to the panel. Okay, and I want to change. I'm sorry, Steven. I just want to change the subject off the game.
Hold on, real quick, Alexander. I want to let Batman talk real quick. Batman, go ahead. Did you have something to say on the subject?
Hey, good morning, family. I'm about 15 minutes behind, so I was catching the Masvidal UFC boxing conversation you guys were having, and I think it was Alex. He was talking about Kimbo. I'm gonna tell you this. I personally delivered mail to Kimbo's house. Rest in peace to Kimbo. Real nice guy, real humble guy. I am a boxing dude. I agree with what you guys are saying as far as boxing not being marketed as good as UFC. That just means somebody needs to step in, a young face, and step in and being able to, promote this to another level, because you got all these young fighters. They're not getting the exposure, and you only get exposure when they fight one of these high-end guys.
Well, this is the thing. I didn't disagree with what Steven was saying, but the problem with boxing is there's too many promoters. You have Top Rank, you got PBC, you got The Zone, you have Golden Boy, and then on top of that, there's all these belts, bro. There's like Canelo had to win 4 belts just to unify that division.
But
you know what I mean?
Do you know why they have that, Estefan? They have that because what is the one knock that UFC gets? Dana White doesn't do this for his fighters, doesn't do X for his fighters, whatever. But Dana White doesn't allow any other promotion company to come in and dictate what's going to happen in that sport. So that's actually a positive thing when you look at it from that standpoint of view.
I don't know. I don't. The one thing I don't like about the UFC is they don't have the best fighters, bro.
They do.
They do. No, No, they don't, because the best welterweight, in my opinion, is Michael Venom Page, and he's in Bellator.
Let me say this.
Or Douglas Lima, bro.
MMA fighter, Esther. Go get in the ring with.
The thing about UFC is that the thing about boxing
No,
is that
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in Bellator, they have two of the most legit welterweights that would come over and wreck shop in the welterweight division. You got Michael Venom Page and Douglas Lima, bro. They don't. And if you look at a lot of the guys that they brought over to begin with, those, they brought over Michael Chandler, bro. He's one of the top guys in his weight class. I believe he's a welterweight. So I'm just saying there's a lot of talent out there that'll come in right away and beat some of the champions in the UFC. They've got most of them, but I'm just saying that's one of the things I wish they would cross promote, bro. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Hey, I want to just change the subject briefly because I just read this on Twitter and I think it's pretty cool. Last night, not the best circumstances, but still pretty freaking cool, that Jennifer King is now the first woman of color to lead a position coach in an NFL game. So
That's
I think
awesome.
the running backs coach got COVID, and she led the running backs group last night for the Washington football team. Shout out to Jennifer King. Clap for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All right,
shout
out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's
Good
so
for her,
cool.
man. Good for her.
I think if you're smart enough to understand the game of football, and there are a lot of people
Yeah, absolutely.
that I don't think you have to play the game to have played the game in order to coach it or be a part of it. And so I have no problem with women being a part of the culture in football. I would love to see more head coaches. Yeah. And not only that, basketball too. I truly believe. And I'm sure Estefan's going to love this.
First fans.
But when Popovich retires, I think Becky Hammond?
Becky Hammond, yeah.
Becky Hammond will be the head coach of the Spurs.
I hope so,
like,
man.
I'm
She's awesome.
100%.
Steven, we are very close.
Man. Women deserve opportunity, man. They and it's not just for their own sport, man. If they got what it takes, go for it.
We are very close to seeing a female head coach in the NFL.
Yeah,
I think we are very, very close to seeing one.
Yeah,
and I hope we do.
I think NBA will see it before the NFL, but yeah,
I think we're still about 5 years out from a female head coach.
No, I think it's actually closer than that. I really do. I think.
Yeah. Steven, let me go ahead and give my quick final thoughts because I got to go to
are there any female assistants?
Yeah, there are. Hold on.
I wanted to bring something up.
Hey, hold up, Alexander.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Epps.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to the pet store. But I do agree with you totally to piggyback off that. With the women, as far as refs, coaches, position coaches, I think they should all have the opportunity because we all know women are smarter than men. Let's be honest, and they have what it takes. I think so. I'd have no problem with that whatsoever. Congratulations to her, Washington football team. That was great. Steven, I learned a lot today because I don't follow all these.
I know we really didn't talk about the Dolphins or nothing today. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, well, we all know what the Dolphins need to do.
We're on a 6-game win streak. We're all happy.
Yeah. So hey, man, listen, Russell, Batman, Alexander, Ennis, Polo, Esta, Steven, I love all you guys, man. I'm so glad the channel's growing.
Same, brother.
I'm so glad you got that new
pleasure, man.
Keep up the grind,
Always
Steven.
a pleasure.
Merry Christmas to all you guys, man.
Good luck on the fifth. Good luck on the fifth.
Merry Christmas, Epps.
You filthy animal.
Happy Merry Christmas, Epps.
I gotta go.
Bye, humbug.
Fans up, bro.
I wanted to bring this up because oh my God.
Can't with you.
I wanted to bring this up here because I know, Steven, for years that we've always clamored for the DH to come to the National League, and of course there's been mixed reactions to that. Some people want to see the pitches hit, some people want to see the DH. I want the DH to come to the National League.
It should be there permanently. It should be there permanently.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't want to see Jacob deGrom get hurt on a swing, and he's out for the season, and then we're screwed. I don't want to see that. That's why
I like your question, Alexander, and I'm going to move it to multiple sports. So number one, the designated hitter should be in baseball in general. It should be in the National League. And we're paying, the teams are paying these pitchers $100 million to pitch for them every fifth day. And so the last thing I want is my pitcher who's making $100 million help me win a World Series title to take a pitch to the head or break his hand on a hit by pitch batting. I don't want that. Or sliding into home plate or sliding into a base or whatever. And so I would love to see the DH in both leagues. That's one. With that also being said, I think that we need to understand as sports fans I think as sports leagues entities need to understand the importance of quarterbacks and pitchers. Why is that? Number one, last night we saw a football game where the Washington football team had a quarterback playing that wasn't even on their roster 4 days before. He was on the Patriots practice squad. So this kid was on the Patriots practice squad, who, by the way, I think he did a decent job.
Yes, he did.
But how fair is that a team had to play a football game with a quarterback that wasn't even on their roster 4 days before? The quarterback position is so important. We have a 53-man roster, I believe, right? All NFL rosters should have a 54-man roster where the 54th man should be a third-string quarterback.
Preach.
And they should all have that.
I mean, it was.
I agree.
It was against Jalen Hurts, so it really doesn't matter.
I wish
it was against.
They should.
You know what? It was against Jalen Hurts. It doesn't really matter.
But
it was against Jalen Hurts.
I get you're making a joke or you're halfway being serious. Whatever. The reality is, the Redskins never should have been. I said the Redskins. So don't let me get in trouble.
I bet you it matters to Washington.
The Washington football team should not have been in that position that should have that should have happened. The other thing is last year, the Denver Broncos were in the same position as well, right? They were in the same position as well. So I think the solution to that is this. I think the NFL should have a third-string quarterback that's an emergency quarterback that is allowed to dress at any point in the game to be ready to play. And I also think there should be a practice squad position available for protection for the quarterback position automatically.
I got a candidate for the Dolphins.
Every team should have 4 quarterbacks, 2 on the active roster, an emergency quarterback, and a practice squad quarterback. Because what happened last night was ridiculous.
I agree.
What happened?
Steven, can I say something? I might be on a delay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something. Being that we have all these, very rich billionaire owners throughout the league, and I was talking about this on the channel a couple of weeks ago. I said, one of the things that the NFL lacks, and I wish we had that, was something sort of like a G League, like there is in basketball.
Yeah,
where we have practice squads, play practice squads, and these players they can still be poached by other teams.
I like the idea of a G League in football. I think there should be a 6 to 8 team practice squad league, where they play games.
That's what that I think it was called the AAF. That's semi-pro league that they because
They were
that's what it was going to be, but they no, I think America Allegiance Football. I think it was called the AAF or something like that, right, Steven? Something like that.
I think that they should break it down. Maybe 8 teams, right? So you have 4 on the East Coast and 4 on the West Coast, and they don't play every week. They play every 2 weeks, right? And they should be a mixture of practice squad players from the 32 teams. And that doesn't mean every practice squad player makes these teams. So make it competitive, right? Make it that they have to also get on these squads as well. But also a player can be called at any point in time to the NFL roster.
What happened with Washington last night, Steven? I didn't mean to cut you off, but I didn't get a chance to watch
So
the game.
Washington last night had to start a quarterback, Mitch, or I wanted to say Mitch McConnell. I know that's not that. I know that's not who it was.
What happened to Tyler Henneke?
Tyler Henneke and who was the other quarterback? Got COVID.
Oh, okay.
So
hey guys, I just want to say I'm about to go into work right now. You guys have a great rest of your day, and also many blessings to every single one of you guys on the panel. Steven, are you gonna do a show on Christmas Eve or no?
On Friday?
I know you want to have a panel tomorrow. Yeah, you're gonna do a show Christmas. I know you want to have a panel tomorrow, but you have a couple guests coming on.
Yeah, I will have a show on Christmas Eve.
Okay, perfect.
Good,
So then I'll get on
I
the show.
expect,
and
but I
then wish you
expect
Merry Christmas.
presents under the tree for me. Expect presents under the tree.
I got you. All you guys have a great rest of your day. It's been a pleasure chatting up with you guys. Stay safe, my friends, and many blessings.
You do the same. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry
to you,
Christmas.
Happy
Hey,
New
Steve,
Year.
Every single one of you guys.
Merry Christmas, bro.
Alex, I love your logo. By
Man,
the way.
hold on
Merry
real quick.
Christmas, you guys.
What was wrong with what Garrett Gilbert did? He had 196 yards. They had 17 points.
By the way, I'm not saying the Washington team should have never been put in that situation. They should have never been put in that situation.
Yeah, well, that's not just run of the mill quarterback. Garrett Gilbert, he give you something. Garrett Gilbert.
But let me ask you something. If the Dolphins, who are in the middle of a playoff hunt, were told, all right, it's Friday, you guys are going to play on Tuesday, and you have to go get a quarterback off of somebody's practice squad to play for you, we would be furious. We would be furious.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard about the Hurricanes? Hurricanes got hit with almost the whole team. Then they got COVID.
Oh wow!
They all in protocol.
Miami Sports Fanatics Show is having Big E, the NFL Fan of the Year last year, on at 8:55 on the Miami Sports Fanatics Show YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go check them out. 9 p.m. Make sure you go check it out.
Thank you, Steven. Appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, boss. No problem, boss. About that action, boss.
I'm glad I was able to introduce you to the Fence Tailgate on Sunday, man. I'm glad you guys are working together, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. We had talked once on Twitter, and then I didn't realize who he was when he came up to me until he showed me the logo, and I was like, oh yeah, I know who you are. So yeah, it worked out, and then he came on yesterday onto the show, and we talked, and I mean, it kind of worked. It just worked out like that, and so I'm excited about it. I think it'll be really good, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm excited. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Final thoughts of the day, because we're there. Final thoughts of the day. We'll start with Russell. Final thoughts of the day, Russell. Take yourself off mute. Got to take yourself off mute, Russ.
Russell, we finally giving you the time. Where you at, Russell?
Russell ain't even there. All right. Batman, final thoughts of the day.
Thanks again for having us, Steven. Appreciate it, man. I know we deviated a little bit from the Dolphins talk today. But
I know there was no Dolphins talk today, but hey, you know what?
It was fun, though.
That's
Good
what
times,
this show
man.
is.
Hey,
It's
much
Miami.
love to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy I'm gonna tune in obviously for the rest of the week. I didn't get to hear you answer said if you were gonna jump on Friday. You're gonna be on Friday?
I'll be on Friday morning.
I think I froze or you froze. I can't hear you.
I will be on Friday morning, my friend.
Perfect. And shout out to Gio. Gio says he texted me saying thank you, Steven, for shouting us out. Yeah, tonight, Big E. Appreciate the love, guys. All right, Ennis, Russell, Estefan, Steven, everybody that was on the channel, man. Much love, much appreciation. Thank you for the shout out, Steven. Much love. Fins up. Let's go. Monday, we got a victory. Let's keep it going, guys.
That's all
You
good,
got
brother.
it.
Love you, man.
Fins
Be good.
up, Batman.
All right, Russell, are you there, Russell?
I am. Can you hear me?
We can. Final thoughts of the day, my friend.
Final thoughts. I'm just gonna make it short and sweet. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, fins up. Let's go get another one.
Ooh, I like that. That was short and sweet and to the point, Russell. That was good. That was good. All right, Ennis, final thoughts of the day.
It's good that we didn't talk about the Dolphins because there's nothing really bad to talk about, and that's a great feeling that our team is winning and we could talk variety of sports today on this great platform that we love because the guy we love so much, Stephen D. I just want to leave you with this teaser. I teased Estefan yesterday. You know, a lot of teams are going to be going on a fire sale. The ones that are pushing for the Super Bowl, like the Rams and the Bucks and the Chiefs, because Mahomes' contract is coming into play next year. So it's going to be a lot of players that's going to be moving around, and teams trying to make moves to get rid of contracts. So I was like, hey, Russell might be going. I ain't going after him, but I would go after DK Metcalf. What do you think about DK Metcalf and Waddle paired up? That would be a beast offense. I'm just dreaming on the fantasy side. Since we're in this good mood of winning, I'm just, thinking scenarios. That's all. But y'all have a good day. Merry Christmas. See y'all later.
All right, man. Be good. Be easy. All right. And then there was one, and I wanted to save you for last, Estefan, because I just think Estefan, I love you, Estefan, and I want everybody to know that I love you. And that's why I saved you for last.
Is that right, man?
That is correct. That is correct.
You know the Grinch right now is actually EM Dolphin fan. I got this avatar up for you, EM. I just want to tell you thank you for having me on, bro. I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody that was on the panel, everybody in the chat, everybody that wasn't here in the circle, Damien, Finsanity, TD, Reason, Dougie, all them, bro. Shout out to all them. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year. And then on Friday, we'll see what's up, man.
Happy New Year, you filthy animal.
Man, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad y cumpleaños, Hellfins. And all those guys, they did their thing.
They had a great show last night. If you guys speak a little Espanol and you want to see a great show, go check out Hellfins every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Let's go.
And last but not least, Angel, bro. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Backwards.
Should have had Angel on this morning.
Yeah, I know, man. Because you don't know what you're talking about.
No, you're right. I don't know anything.
When it comes to boxing. No, I mean, I agree with what you said about boxing.
Spurs suck.
So do the Heat. All right.
Yep. And I cut you off. I won because I have the power. Feel the power of your world heavyweight champion morning show host, Steven Daniels. It's a new day. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I had to do that. Some of y'all wrestling fans probably know what I just did. Some of y'all are like, what is Steven talking about? That is go look out the intro for the New Day on wrestling, WWE. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. Yeah. I like New Day. I'm sorry. Eat your bootios. What's up, guys? This was a great show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Did talk about Dolphin stuff today. That's okay. We had a great show. Talked about steroids, talked about boxing, talked about UFC, just talked about a lot of different things. We talked about a lot of stuff, and it was great as always. Thank you to the people who donated to the channel, and we're able to do that. It's good. If you also want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, here is the PayPal and Cash App links. You guys can do that up here. Tomorrow morning's Throwback Thursday. We will have Throwback Thursday on with my man D-Dub. Hopefully D-Dub will be on. I know he's in South Carolina. But we'll do all-time games versus the New Orleans Saints. So that'll be good. That'll be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys... who's to blame for no Fins talk? Pete wants to know. Pete, you Pete, it's all your fault, Pete. Hermes says, first time I stay for the whole show. I like it. I'm sorry we didn't talk about Dolphins. But more Dolphins talk tomorrow and Friday. But see, that's where I leave y'all wanting more. That's what I do. Leave y'all wanting more. Hey, look, you guys are the best. I love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Miami Sports Music all the way. Podcast network, we're growing. We're doing big things. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Go check out Miami Sports Fanatics show tonight. Go check out TD Finn's talk. Go check out Dougley Durham. Go check out my man K Flexen. Reason. Go check out Reason stuff. His all 22 stuffs. Mwah. It's amazing. It's good stuff. The Dolphins community in general. D1. Great One DeVore. All of them. They all do absolutely amazing stuff. Miami football talk. Everything. Y'all are definitely great. Shout out to the channel. Shout out to the entire channel. Hey, look, if you guys want to get some Miami Sports Music merch, it won't be there in time for Christmas, but it'll be there. Go check out this link that I just put on right now and go buy some DWA gear. Go do it right now. Go buy some Miami Sports Music merch. Okay? The link that I just put in the chat. Click on it. Go to it. Go check that out. Reason got the best all 22. He does. He's got good all 22. I like his stuff, man. I think that the Miami Dolphins community is the best YouTube online community there is, and it's because of you, the fans. So thank you very much. Hit me up on social media at Stephen D SKPL right there. Here, right there. Right there. Go see me. Right there. Right there. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be good. I'm going to go get some rest because I need it. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace. Fins up. Miami Sports Music, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.